Welcome to episode 12 of the SideLines with your co-host Michael Zaga.
I'm Calvin Ralph. Pleasure to be with you this week in our usual studio. We were moved the last couple weeks because of unforeseen circumstances, but it's a pleasure to be back here.
Naturally.
All right, let's get back into it. Big week in PV sports last week.
You want to start off with
girls basketball. They played 2 games last week. One against Wayne Hills. They won 48-36. 3 scores above 10 points. Brianna Wong led the way with 15, and Toriana Vasco added 14. Kelly Petro added 10. You can see that this theme of 3 people above 10 points goes into Saturday's game last week against Holy Angels in the second round of the Bergen County tournament. They beat Holy Angels 57-41 to move into the quarterfinals at Fairlawn High School this weekend. We'll get that out as soon as we know the dates. Kelly Smith led Passive Valley with 17 points against Holy Angels. Toriana Tabasco added 15, and Gina Sculo scored 10. So it was a great week for PV girls basketball, and they look forward to building on the success they've had the last couple weeks. All right, that's enough girls basketball talk. Let's into some boys basketball, Mike.
This week in boys basketball, the boys were 1-2, but losing to Wayne Hills 71-54 and losing to Bergen Catholic 65-39. And in that game, Justin Balesh was the leading scorer.
Yeah, 11 points for JB off the bench. Really good game for him. I mean, PV hasn't been shooting the 3-point ball that well, and we live and die off the 3. So, I mean, we had to change some things. JB hit 3 of the 5 threes we made the whole game. So that was huge for JB.
And then it was a big win in the Jamboree County Tournament, beating Mawa in the first round 50-35.
Huge win, confidence booster, definitely. We have to go face Joe Sunday morning, 11:45 a.m. at Tenafly High School. Make sure you get there and support.
Either. Now let's head over to our frozen water sports correspondent, Jake the Snake Afarian.
Big week this week.
Thanks, guys. So the PV hockey team had senior night last week. They won 6-3, and you had 4 of the 6 goals coming from seniors, including 2 by Matt Truglio, 1 by Brendan Bonner, 1 by Alex Sobel, and then the last 2 were from Trent Shanley. And we're actually lucky enough to be joined by some of the seniors here this week. So let's bring it over to them.
All right, guys, I'm joined out here by 3 seniors from the Pacific Valley hockey team, Brendan Bonner, Avery Zaretsky, and Keith Doherty, and we're here because their senior night was this past Saturday night when they beat Ultapan 6-3. So, guys, how was it playing in your final home game at Sportorama this past weekend?
Well, it was my first varsity game, so it felt pretty good playing varsity, and it felt even better when I got the goal.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially when he scored. And when Alex Sobel scored too. Kid's a beast, animal, but Bonner's goal was a lot of fun. We went out there, we were just like, we're going to set him up, and it just happened. First shift he went out there.
Yeah, we went out there kind of carefree. We were just going to have some fun, and it paid dividends at the end. And we got to see Brendan and Alex score, which was also very rewarding.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about Bonner's goal. Bonner, what went through your mind when you're sitting there right in front of the net and the puck comes right to your stick and you put it in the net? What did you think? What were you feeling during that time?
It felt great, and honestly, I didn't really believe that I scored. I thought, did I actually get it in? And I thought the goalie saved or I got hit the post or something, which usually always happens to me. But I felt really great scoring the goal.
All right, guys. You guys played an outdoor game earlier this season at Providence Bank Ballpark in Rockland County, home of the Rockland Boulders. So go over the overall experience of the game. It was probably a really fun experience for you guys.
Yeah, I played on 2 other outdoor rinks, and it's been nothing even close to what we got to play on last Sunday. And it was a really great time. It was even better to get the win. It was our first win in 10 or 11 games, so it really felt good to go out there in front of a huge crowd and get the win. And we really appreciate the coaches' work to get that game scheduled.
Yeah, I mean, just everything in general, you don't get the opportunity to do that a lot, and whenever you do, you have to just take advantage of it, and we did. I mean, not only did we win, but it was just we were caught up in the moment of how amazing it was, and our feet were on fire at first. They did get a little cold after the intermission, but we were still flying out there, having a lot of fun, and yeah, like Keith said, really appreciate what the coaches did for us to get that game scheduled. So
there's a few games left in the season. We're hitting the tail end. What are your expectations? What are your goals for the rest of the season?
Well, I hope that I get brought up to play more varsity games, but I don't know if I will or not. I'm happy at playing just the one, but I really do hope I get brought up for the next varsity game.
Yeah, we're just looking to finish out the season strong, hopefully make a strong push in the playoffs, which is coming up in the next couple of weeks, so we're looking forward to it. We got some big games, Tenafly Thursday, Bernard's on Saturday, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're just going to go out there, try to have some fun, and hopefully win some games. We really want to enjoy our last games wearing the PV jersey, so that's the most important part. But if we can get some wins, then that would be even better.
Let's head over to our main man, Billy Lyons, over in the den.
Alright, thank you guys. Billy Lyons here to talk about PV Wrestling again. I have 5 matches I want to talk about. The first one was a match where PV lost to Old Japan 52-18, but there were some standout performances. Won by the freshman Matt Beyer, who won in a decision against Peter Anderson. That was in the weight class of 132. And also Joe Figueroa, who's new to wrestling, won his match in the 285 weight class. And then the next match we were talking about here is PV lost to Wayne Hills 49-12, but there was one person in particular, Robert Natelli, who had a good day as he won in a decision against Sean Seabow. The next match is Pascack Valley versus Cresskill. They lost that one as well, but they lost it 42-21. But there was one standout in particular, and it was Nick Tampanero, who won a decision in that match for PV. PV just lost to 37-33 against West Orange in their next match, but they did have Steven Sorvilla win a decision in the 138 weight class, and they had Nolan Shields win in a pin in the 120 weight class. And then the last match was a match that PV did win 42-26 against Dumont. Casey Lewis won in a pin in the 170 weight class, and Dan Schneiderman won in the 160 weight class. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, William, on that wrestling report. Now over to Bobby with Barbarino Talks.
Hi guys, I'm Bob Marino and I'm here to talk about PV swimming. So on January 26th, the girls team won their 6th consecutive league title. Congratulations to them. Just great job continuing their dominance over the past 6 years. And just great job to the girls swimming team. I'm going to give a shout out for the season to Haley Marzano, to Cassie Lloyd, to Emily Lay, to Cassie Freeman, and then for the boys finished 4th. And I want to shout out Eli O'Connor, Jimmy Spillane, and Liam Caruth.
Thanks, Rob. Now over to Athlete of the Week with Joshua Cohn.
We're joined here outside with hockey star Keith Doherty. Keith,
Thanks
thank you
for
for
having
joining
me.
us. Yeah. So first question, what's it like playing on a team with kids from both Hills and Valley?
It's always nice to have some extra guys help out from Hills. If we didn't have the collation, we probably wouldn't have a program. So it's always nice to have those guys every year and get to play with them every season.
Awesome. Second question, what's your favorite moment on the ice out of the past 4 seasons?
My favorite moment definitely has to be scoring against Old Japan my sophomore year. It was my first ever goal for varsity. It really meant a lot to me. And then my second favorite moment would have to be a tie against Glen Rock last year, which it was a statement game for all of us that we were able to play with one of the top teams in the state and our division.
Awesome. All right, third question. It's a well-known fact that our third period Henriksen class has karaoke Fridays. What is your favorite song to sing karaoke to?
I'd have to go with the classic "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel. It's
That's
good
right.
stuff. We sing it every Friday.
It's awesome.
It's a great time.
All right, final question. Iowa caucuses were last night. You had Cruz in first, Trump in second, Marco Rubio in third. Who do you like out of those 3 candidates?
I don't really think too many of the candidates are good this year, but if I had to pick one of those 3, I'd probably go with Donald Trump. Make America great again.
Good choice. All right. Keith, thank you again for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Josh. And this week we don't have any shots, but we'll do since it's Super Bowl week, we're gonna do our Super Bowl predictions. My Super Bowl prediction is that the Panthers are gonna win 21-10.
And for my Super Bowl prediction, I predict the Panthers will win 27-21 against the Broncos.
Alright, as my Super Bowl prediction, I think that Peyton Manning's career will not end in the storybook fashion, or at least supposedly end in storybook fashion, as I believe that Cam Newton and the Broncos are going to have a score of 24-14. I believe that Cam Newton will win the MVP award. He's had a great year, and I think that he's going to cap it off in dramatic fashion.
I'm Barbarino. My Super Bowl prediction this week is got to go to the Panthers. 35-28 Panthers. Let's go Carolina.
My Super Bowl prediction, 28-17 Panthers.
That's all we have this week from Sidelines. We'll see you same time, same place next week.